Hey gut feelers! Today we're going to talk about eczema and other skin conditions like psoriasis and what you can do to treat it, and first of all what really causes them, because there's a lot of confusion in that. This video has two parts. First we talk about what causes eczema, psoriasis, other skin conditions. And in the second part I'm going to give you some healing tips that you can apply right now, some do's and don'ts. A diet is going to be a big part of that, because this is a major game changer if you want to improve your eczema or other skin conditions. Are you ready? Now let's go! Guys, if you want to heal your skin, you gotta be in this for the long term. I know it's super tempting to just get a cream from your doctor and put it on top and hope that it's gonna go away, but this is not the approach of this channel, and it actually doesn't work. It doesn't help your body. It just pushes whatever comes out of your skin deeper inside your body, and it comes out another way anyway. Having said that, it's not your fault. If you're still suffering from skin issues like eczema, psoriasis, please know that you can heal absolutely 100%. And one of the reasons why I'm doing this video is not only because you requested it so much in the gut feeler community, thank you very much, but also because what you've been told from the medical communities and the doctors, they are meaning well. I have friends who are doctors, they just do their best, but they tell you it's autoimmune or it's genetic. And what can you do about that? Nothing. Exactly. Because when traditional medicine doesn't know what it is, it's either genetic or it's autoimmune. And neither psoriasis nor eczema is autoimmune or genetic. You can do something about it, and we're going to talk about the real underlying causes here for you in this video. So once you understand them, you also know what steps to take, and then healing your skin is just going to happen like all the rest of your body is going to improve. One of the most important messages I want to give you first up front: you've got to be in this for the long term. Be patient with your body. Sometimes things are starting to heal, but you can't see them yet on the skin, but they're starting to heal from the inside out. This is how our body works. So now let's get started with number one, what really causes your skin issues. Again, it's not autoimmune, it's not genetic. It has to do with two organs in your body: your gut and your liver. Surprise! Welcome to Gut Feelings. Because what you see outside of your skin is actually like a mirror of what happens inside. Your gut and your skin, they are very, very much connected. If you've got eczema and psoriasis, there are two things that are happening in your body. You have an accumulation of toxic waste, of toxic heavy metals like copper, mercury, and you have pathogens in your body that feed off these toxins. So this is like a perpetuating cycle. This is why you can't really get it out if you just do a normal detox or put on a cream that your doctor prescribed you. Now, the reason why you have this itchy skin, why you have the bleeding, the flaky skin, all this redness, the inflammation, is because of one thing. And that's important for you to remember, because that's the underlying cause of eczema. And these are dermatoxins. Toxins that are coming out through the derma, through your skin, and they are issued by one organ, and that is the liver. Now, the liver here is doing its job. So it's not the fault of the liver, it's the fault of pathogens that have found a home in your liver. And these pathogens, they're actually self-feeding. And what are they feeding off? They are feeding off toxic heavy metals like copper and mercury and anything else that is stored up in your liver. Now you might think, well, what are these pathogens? And the second one, how does this copper or whatever I have there comes into my liver? Maybe you ate all your life a healthy diet. I had people who, even their parents, they were eating organic, they were just having organic food all the time, and they're still having eczema. Guys, this toxicity that you have in your liver is not just from this generation. It's also not just from the last generation. Think about 1900, think about DDT, all these pesticides, all the antibiotics that are coming in there with toxic heavy metals. This is a main issue, and you can actually transfer, and you do transfer, this toxicity from one generation to the other if you yourself as a mother or as a parent don't clear that up. And of course, our parents, our grandparents, how could they know? They didn't do anything wrong. It's not the fault of our parents or our grandparents. Don't get me wrong in that. But it's important for you to understand where this all comes from. So we have pathogens like Epstein-Barr, which is a pretty aggressive virus, comes in different strains, and this guy is producing dermatoxins. Now, Epstein-Barr feeds off several things. Feeds off hormones, excess adrenaline. If you're very stressed all the time, you drink coffee, Epstein-Barr is really happy. The other one is toxic heavy metals, and this is a big one. They just love each other. And then there's food. going to talk about that in a second. So summarizing, why you have eczema is not genetic. This genetic thing has to do with the toxic heavy metals and the viruses that are transferred from generation to generation. This is why when your grandfather has eczema, sometimes your mother has eczema, and then you have eczema. That's the connection. Yeah, it's not genetic, and it's also not autoimmune. You can heal that, and this is what this channel is all about. So let's get started. And here I'm focusing mainly on diet. I'm going to make a separate video just about eczema, skin conditions, and diet in a bit more depth. But I want to give you something to take away now that you can apply right now to get these toxic heavy metals out of your liver and to also kill the pathogens, make it really uncomfortable for them so it will die and eventually leave your system, or at least minimize. Number 2, what you can do right now to get those pathogens out of your body and to reduce the toxic waste that feed those pathogens to create dermatoxins. Some do's and don'ts. Number 1, most important, guys, if you have skin issues, if you have eczema, you've got to focus on getting clean food in your body. No more pesticides for you. Done. Something that goes beyond diet is looking inside your home. Do you use still any chemical household cleaners? They have to go. Ladies, think about makeup. Go nature. Natural cosmetic, go opt for that one. Cleaning products and laundry detergent. No artificial flavors, nothing like that. Now guys, in general, these are things everybody should do because we all have too much toxins and too much pesticides in our body. But for you, it's the most important. If you can in any way afford to get organic food and clean up your house as less chemicals as possible. Now let's talk about diet in general. There are some big don'ts, and these don'ts are not because I hate these foods or I think you shouldn't eat any more products or anything like that. I don't have any moral judgments about that. It's just about what helps you to speed up your healing process and to finally get your skin looking bright and glowing. So you don't have to be ashamed wherever you go, and you don't have this scratching, itching and bleeding all the time. Here are the 5 trigger foods that you've got to get out of your diet 100% for the beginning until the skin clears up, and then you can decide if you really want to get them back in. I actually don't recommend it. Number 1, eggs. Eggs feed pathogens. It can be organic, or even if you raised your hen at home, it doesn't matter. Eggs are eggs, and unfortunately they contain a lot of hormones, they contain a lot of fat, and they feed pathogens. Second one, dairy products, the same, can be organic, or you milk the cow yourself. Gotta go. Grains are another one. Grains need to go. Soy, any soy products, and corn. Cornstarch, corn flour, fresh corn, doesn't matter, these 5. Eggs, dairy, grains, soy, and corn. And guys, I don't want you to believe me. I want you to try this out yourself, and then you make your own experience. Read the testimonials on my website if you have any questions if this stuff really works. In the next video, I'm also going to share a story from a friend who is a cardiac surgeon. She had bad eczema, and we actually worked on that, and now she's almost eczema free on her hands. But for you to have something that you can do right now, avoid these 5 trigger foods, and then you want to go nutrient dense. Nutrient dense means lots of vegetables, lots of fruit, and for helping your liver to be able to cleanse, you gotta eat low fat and low protein. There's no way around that, especially low fat, because this will give your liver this kickstart to actually be able to have time to cleanse and to bring out those toxins. One important thing, if you start going on a more whole food based and plant-based diet, one thing that happens is that people have detox reactions. And we're going to talk about that in the next video I'm going to do about eczema. If you want that video, let me know. I'm going to produce it just for you gut feelers out there. So when you're just watching that and you want to start with healing your eczema, there's one important thing that you need to incorporate to give your body a chance to absorb those toxins that are actually getting flushed out from your liver and then into the bloodstream. Because there's something that is called the enterohepatic cycle, which is the cycle between your gut and your liver. So this is why people who have taken antibiotics 10 years ago, they still are in the liver. The heavy metals, this is still in the liver because it's a cycle. So when the toxins are getting flushed out into the bloodstream, you want something that absorbs them and then transport them out safely out of the body so it doesn't get reabsorbed. And number 1 thing here that is also nutrient dense, that is a real food, is an algae called Hawaiian SPIRULINA. Needs to be Hawaiian SPIRULINA because this is the only protected area where you can make sure that it's not contaminated. Hawaiian SPIRULINA, start with 5 tablets for the first 1 to 3 days, and then you can go up to 10 tablets Gonna link you my favorite product down below. This is important to lower the detox reaction and really get the toxins out so you don't reabsorb them. Guys, okay, summary. The reason why you have eczema and other skin conditions is because of the dermatoxins produced by pathogens that are stored up in your liver. Pathogens, they feed off toxic heavy metals, they feed off excess hormone like adrenaline and of any other pesticides, medication residues. To be able to get those pathogens and this toxic waste out of your body, gotta focus on healing your liver and your gut. Best way to do that is to avoid the 5 trigger foods: eggs, dairy, grains, soy and corn, and to eat a nutrient-dense diet which is low in fat and low in protein, so your body gets a little bit breathing space and your liver can cleanse and detox itself naturally. Make sure when you're going on this, you get Hawaiian SPIRULINA as well as a detox supporter to be able to transport out these toxins safely so they don't get reabsorbed by the enteropathic cycle. If you want to get started on that, the most important thing, guys, patience. Be patient with yourself. Healing is happening if you're doing that. What I'm recommending to you, just gotta be in there for the long run. And the second thing, if you like to do that together in a group, I'm offering a 5-day detox where we get things started, where we introduce new habits. I show you how you can avoiding these 5 trigger foods and still eat healthy and delicious meals that satisfy you. If you're interested in that, I also give you a link. You can check that out. I love to have you as part of the group. And now I wish you a beautiful day wherever you are and happy skin healing. You can do that. Bye bye.